I think a lot about how much I like language users who, it seems to me, have such a rich personal style that it survives even translation into other languages. And one character like that is Nietzsche. You read him in a language he didn't write, and it still sounds like what a weird, strange tempo this guy is working with. And he was very interested in tempo, right? He was sort of as much interested in philosophy as he was in music. And he wrote music and studied music. And it seemed like his last few books, where he is constantly saying that he's sort of discovered something, or there's this overwhelming new energy or happiness to this way he's seeing the world now. I always felt like it was a kind of synthesis of the aesthetic and the cognitive in him, that he'd found a key to a style that was redemptive, not a set of philosophically redemptive concepts, but a redemptive style of thinking, a tempo, a rhythm of thinking. And I wonder if there's a way in which, at least our culture, when we think about language and the transformation of language, we focus too much on words, on word construction and what we put into words, and we don't focus enough on the rhythm and the passage from word to word, right? Or the tonalities and the cascades and the tempo and the rhythmics and the style, right? Is there a future for the style of language use, just as there might be a future for the construction of languages?
Oh yeah, because the style is where all of the extra elements, the prosody, the even the gesture, like
I was thinking about being in math class in high school, and how emotional that is for a lot of people to relate to these abstract symbols. I did very well, but it felt emotional to me. I remember a girl running in tears out of math class.
oh
And, you could just see she just felt so alienated by this apparent language that she couldn't do anything with.
hmm
And I wonder about the emotional relationship people have to their language options in general, because it seems to me that there's a lot of human beings are always telling each other what not to say, right? We don't say that anymore. Or someone says they're sorry, and someone else immediately, oh, don't be sorry, or whatever it is. There's always somebody standing there to tell you that the language choice you made is socially or emotionally inappropriate somehow. And what does that do to us as language users? Does that put us in a position where it's more difficult for us to make natural language growth, because we're sort of teaching each other to be emotionally sundered from our spontaneous word use?
Oh, you hit upon a very tender part of me. um, yeah, this gets into a whole other area of like communication with non-humans. Um, I know people who sit and talk to the flowers, and listen to them. The flowers can tell you what to use them for, to heal thus and such ailments. And so, I think that would be a really great way to alter our education system, to allow the world to speak for itself.